Another interesting thing, where is the data that you are keeping, that you collected? Important. Also important, whose data are you collecting? So we'll talk about localization of data and cross-border data transfer, that is moving data out of your country in this video. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you've been watching new content on privacy very regularly. There has been a break that I couldn't maintain daily one because of some medical issues. We'll resume daily one very soon. Let's start talking about cross-border data transfers and localization. So why does it matter? So cross-border data transfer logically means that you are storing the data outside your own country. Now it could be in both forms. A, you collect the data and store it in so-called your own data center, which is hosted outside the country. Right? So you are in India and your data center, because you are availing service from a cloud service provider, and you have chosen a region which is outside India. That's one part of it. Second part is, whose data are you keeping? So the people who are using your application may not be Indians, right? So how are you ensuring that you are maintaining compliances of their respective countries, right? Or at least you need to then therefore make more stress on being privacy compliant, even if the Indian rules are still not out, but privacy compliant, so that you are adhering to the global requirements. Startups handle global data, it has to happen, and any mismanaged transfer can bring up legal penalties, and it can bring up a lot of trust issues. Laws like DPDP Act, GDPR, they have very strict rules, right? So you need to be very, very careful with them. Building privacy ready systems. Avoid redesigning cost. What does it mean? If your system is privacy ready, that means even if you are transferring your data outside or you are storing data of non-Indian citizens, if you are privacy ready, if you are following GDPR norms, CCPA norms, then nothing wrong with it, right? It works. It would work smoothly. DPDP Act, in comparison with GDPR and global rules, they all talk of cross-border data transfer. And DPDP Act says sensitive personal data has to be localized. That means organizations dealing with sensitive personal data, largely banks, largely security companies, security things like biometrics, hospitals, where you have a lot of healthcare data, that should always be localized. Actually, banking information of your employee is also sensitive data, right? GDPR says that cross-border data transfer needs adequacy and safeguards. There are SCCs and BCRs, the clauses that you need to sign and submit to the GDPR regulator, so that you are allowed to move data out or allowed to store external data with you. And CCPA does not specifically talk about cross-border data transfer, but it talks about sector-specific variations. Startups should build region aware systems, something that I said earlier also. If you think you are attracting people from Europe, make sure you follow privacy norms of GDPR as well, right? What are localization requirements? When law mandates data stored within your nation, for example, servers be regional, cloud native multiple zone deployments to be done, and hybrid storage models to be adopted. Maybe you keep some data within your organization and some data with cloud service provider, but within the country. Trade-off. What about the cost? You may not like the cost, but you need to be careful. Hybrid model or localization could also mean that if you think your service or your application would work in multiple countries, why not host a separate instance of the application for Europeans in a European data center? We did it for one of our customers, and we hosted a part of it in India, a part of it in Europe, a part of it in Australia, right? And we picked up the respective data centers over there. Architecting a multi-region data system, you should first classify your data. Do you have personal data? How much of it is sensitive personal data? Choose the regional storage zones that you want. Configure APIs for your controlled data transfers. Enable encryption and tokenization, which is very important. Data needs to be safe and tokenized. And monitor the data residency continuously. It should not be that the data goes into the wrong data center or the wrong region or the wrong country. The risk mitigating strategies use privacy preserving techniques. Encryption is something which is very, very basic and very, very important. Leverage geofencing to restrict data transfers, and you can get that using your cloud service providers, maintain the vendor compliance checklists, and build audit ready logs for data access and data transfers, so that whenever anything goes wrong, you have logs to show that you took all the possible precautions. As implementation tips for a startup, apply localization, especially to high risk datasets, build APIs which are region aware by design, automate your transfer approvals and monitoring, ensure that your transfers are secure, anonymization, pseudonymization. Keep your policies transparent. You should inform users that you are transferring their data. Update your compliance workflows as the laws evolve. Very, very important thing. Compliance workflows should be properly updated. So that's about cross-border data transfer and localization for startups. Remember, any new app will attract customers from all over the world. You need to be very careful while designing the privacy systems within your organization. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.